Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's edition of Forex Daily Dimes. My name is Josh Lilquist. Be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel here. We're going to do daily and weekly Forex analysis on the major currency pairs, some exotic ones as well. Also, check out the website retireyoungaudio.com. Before we get into anything here, I just want to make sure everybody knows that there is risk in trading. Past performance is not indicative to future results. There is no recommendations on this show. These are just different trade ideas and just common practice and analysis in the Forex market for entertainment purposes only. So let's dive right into it. Today we're going to start with the euro dollar. One of the things we talked about yesterday was we're trading the dimes, so we're trading from the from the $1.10 area to the $1.20 area. So right here, this is a weekly chart right here. So as we get closes above this daily chart or weekly chart, we want to start getting long, but we want to be getting long on a smaller time frame. It's multi time frame analysis. So this was back in May 25th, which will be back here, is where we want to start getting long on these different hesitation zones from, from these markets, okay? So we're here on a 4-hour time frame. So back here in May 25th, which has been back here, as we finally got a close above the $1.12, $1.1250 area, which was this right here. We got a close up here finally. We wanted to start getting long, right? So would have got stopped out a couple times here, but as we get some closes above, we had a nice close above this this is a 4-hour time frame. We want to take it from here all the way up to this next whole number. It's actually, there's 4 quarters in these whole numbers, these dimes that we're going to be trading within. So there's 4 opportunities within each one, and there might be multiple opportunities per 250 pips. Okay, so as we get in here, let's make this a little bit bigger. You can see how we had a nice strong close in here. We went ahead of a buy order there. We had a buy order sitting waiting here, a limit order. Stop just below the $1.15 target, just short of the 1750 area, about 177 pips is kind of what we're looking for. Right now, and this is a full disclosure, we're actually long right now because we had another close. Sorry, we have a limit order waiting to get long right here because we have another close right here. Once we get from here up to this new $1.20 area, basically we're resetting. So once we're not trading in, we'll call this no man's land, right? So as these hesitation zones, we're calling these the Forex Daily Dimes. You call it, the LeBron James, the hezi. Once you get past the hezi, you want to get long. It's just like in basketball. When someone does the hezi, you better watch out because there's a dunk or a fadeaway coming. All right, so that's the euro dollar. Let's get into the dollar again. And as we're going here, if you have questions on any currency pairs, we can do some analysis on that, on any of those pairs. And then if you're watching the recording, put in any comments, anything you want to talk about that we can cover on the next show. So this dollar yen, we're starting to see some downside pressure. We had a nice close below here, right? So we had a couple opportunities. This would have been back here in March again. Now, as prices are closing, been $1.10. So right now we want to be short anytime. Once we get a close here, we want to be short anytime here, all the way down to the 100 area, right? So go to current price and just go to current what's happening right now. So right now we had a close right here, a nice strong close. We have a limit order. We want to have a limit order sitting right here. and then also stop here, target down here. And once we get to this 100 area, we're basically resetting. So essentially, we want to be trading with the banks and institutions. We don't want to be trading with the novice. There's a lot of whole numbers that they like to trade off of. So as prices get to those whole numbers, they're resetting. Once we get outside these hezzy bands, we'll call them hezzy bands. So right now we want to be short anytime in here on the 4-hour chart. So we're going to have a sell here. We're also going to have, if this doesn't work, we're going to have a sell here. So we want to be getting the lowest risk, highest reward, highest probability entry points into these markets. All right. So let's just take a quick look at the news coming up. If there's going to be any major news coming up that could impact things. Tonight, we're in Central Time Zone here, 1 o'clock a.m. Central Time. We got a lot with the GBP, the Great Britain pound. We got monetary policy reports, the bank rate. So there's going to be some nice moves within the pound dollar, the euro pound tonight potentially. All right. Bank of Australia has a monetary policy statement tomorrow night. That would be Thursday night, 8:30 Central Time. There could be some volatility there as well. Let's go back to the charts. Let's take a peek at the dollar CAD. We had some nice downside pressure with the dollar CAD. So you can see here on our weekly time frame, we got a nice solid close here. So basically, we want to be short. We had one nice entry point here. We had a nice close past this hezzy line. Limit order. Just took a couple days here. Came back to that. Went all the way down. Basically, we're reset. We're waiting for our next opportunity, which would be here. If that doesn't work, another opportunity would be back up here in this hezzy zone. You know, throughout the weeks and days, we're going to be having special guests, long-time Forex traders, some with many different styles of trading and investing, some with similar like this. This is more swing, longer-term trading and investing. We're going to have some guests on the show that do shorter term with the hezzy zones, the bands and everything, the daily dimes. They're going to be talking a lot about that. Does anybody have any pairs that they want to take a peek at? Let's take a look at the dollar franc. So there's a couple opportunities that we have right now. The U.S. dollar is, you know, it's a race to the bottom with currencies right now. The U.S. dollar is on its way to the bottom. And obviously, interest rates have been dropping. There's been talk, a little bit of some more potentially. There's some dovish talk from the Fed lately. So we have a weekly chart here again on the franc. A nice close here. So we have a lot of opportunity here. We're getting close here to getting reset. Full disclosure here, we got short here, took some heat here. We had a stop here. We're getting real close to that stop, but as you came down to here, and now we're sitting at this hezzy. So essentially, there's essentially a fight between the buyers and sellers right now at this hesitation line. You can kind of see these are common turning points in this currency market. So we're hoping, we're waiting for sellers come back in, push it back down to this 90-cent area. And reset. It's going to reset the whole thing. We won't have any, we're in no man's land right here. Call this half court. No one's sitting at half court. Everybody's in the paint. All right. So as we continue these discussions, we talked about the dollar CAD yesterday. A couple entry points hit there. We're going to have special guests on the Forex Daily Dimes. Please comment. Make sure to give a like or a dislike if you don't like it. And any comments on any topics you'd like to hear in the coming future about currencies. We'll talk some futures. We'll talk Forex. We'll even get into some stock if you guys want to on the Daily Dimes. But be sure to subscribe. Also go to retireyoungaudio.com, and we're going to be posting different updates on there. So thanks for watching, and we will see you soon on the Forex Daily Dimes.